Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake Gordon here. Welcome to another video. This video is a little bit, a little bit special to me because it was my first ever properly making profit on an e-commerce store. Obviously using Google Ads. Tried Facebook ads, as you know, a bunch of times. Didn't work for me, but this was my first profitable general store. Now this was a big general store. I've got, like I said, like with me, everything is going to be uncovered here. Unfortunately, I don't have the campaign. I can't get in the account because it was like 2 years ago, last year, whatever. I can't get in the account. It's super annoying, but I still have screenshots when I was posting about it on my personal Facebook. So we can go over it. But yeah, it was my first ever profitable e-commerce store. Did about 235k in GBP. And 300k USD in sales, right? So super huge, big store, a lot to handle for me, a lot of problems to learn from, which hopefully if you're just starting out, you can take some of this information and learn from it as well, and what not to do and also what to do. So as you can see here, this was a screenshot of the campaign for all the products. Like I said, can't find it, just can't log in the actual account. Super annoying because I love going over it with you guys, but we're just gonna have to deal with this. So as you can see here, 494,000 clicks. It's a lot of clicks, like a lot of clicks. 52 million impressions right now. Remember, this is only UK only, so you can see here obviously the line as we're starting to scale. You can see this beautiful uptrend of graphs. So that's 52 million eyeballs, right? I think there's like 70 million people in the UK, so I'm pretty much all the UK would see my ads, right? Super crazy. Obviously, people have seen them over time, right? It's obviously not everybody, right? But you know what I mean. According to this campaign, the all products campaign, we've done 5,000 conversions. That's a little bit wrong. We've done well over that. But like I said, Google's not always 100% accurate. Just what it is. They're not a tracking software. They're for managing ads, right? So that's what it is. But you can see here we spent over 119k. Now the big problem with this is as soon as you guys might be like, seeing this, if you're brand new, you might be like, whoa, Jake, I don't have 119,000, right? I didn't either, trust me. When I started out, I did not have 119,000. I was doing this store, with my job, right? Checking a couple $100 every now and then. So don't look at that and be like, yo, Jake, I'm out e-commerce for life. I don't have 119,000 pounds. It's like 150,000 USD. Bro, neither did I, trust me. And what you want to do is obviously as you're making money, you put that money back in, right? So you don't go out and buy a Gucci belt, you don't go out and buy a Lambo, you don't go out and buy, real estate. You keep putting that money in and learn to grow. Actually, exactly what I did. So I only had like £2,000-3,000 dedicated to this, so that's all I was setting aside for it because it was my last shot with e-commerce, right? Because I spent so much on Facebook. So this was like my kind of last shot. If it wasn't for this store, man, I wouldn't be here where I am. I would still be working my job. I wouldn't be in Spain right now for 2 months. I'm probably going to be here for. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to show you this. I'm not trying to boast. Every video, I'm trying to give you a little bit of insights of where I've came from. And obviously, I'm going to give you some value at the end of this video as well. I'm actually going to show you how I ran a campaign. Like I said, I don't have my campaign there, so it's super annoying. But I do have a client of mine, so obviously we'll blur out their information. But we can still go over it. It's the kind of same way that I'm doing my campaigns back in the day. But yeah, so spent 119k on ads. Spent about 60k, just less than 60k in products. Now remember, don't be like, Jake, I don't have all this money, I'm reinvesting it, right? So every money comes in, I buy the products. The good thing about e-commerce is there's no upfront investment, right? None at all. So 119k in ads plus 60k on product cost. That includes the fees as well, with 3% fees obviously per transaction. That I was getting through using Shopify payments. Obviously, eventually I used Stripe, and now I use WorldPay because Shopify shut me down. Well, Shopify Pay shut me down well before this because they don't like scale. They don't really like drop shipping to this kind of level, especially this kind of fast, because this was all done in a 6-month period. And then I've being considerate here, I had about 7k in chargebacks. Probably had 5 or 6, but I always like to overestimate. So I've just put 7k for the chargeback. Now that leaves me with pretty much 149k and net profit, and that's absolutely net, including everything. So plus the fees, plus everything. So 235k GBP, like I said, and a net of 49k profit. So that's obviously super nice for my first ever Google Ad store. all in the span of 6 months, made pretty much 3 years of my salary. This is it. And this is what I've been doing consistently for years now. Obviously, I'm trying to increase profit as we go on, but this is a general store, so it's a little bit, different. But anyways, let's go through it. So as you can see here, I've got screenshots because, like I said, I was just, posting this on Facebook as it was going. So this was the first proper month. Obviously there's a lot of months at the start, but we could see here we were doing about 14K in sales. We were starting to really rank it up, right? This was my first ever 1K day. I was always trying to hit that 1K. I was getting like 700, 800 pound days, and I just couldn't get a 1K day. And then out of nowhere, I got a 1K day. Super exciting for me. First ever 1K day in sales ever, right? This is when the store hit 50K. First ever 50K in sales ever. This is when the store hit 100K. Beautiful moment, like 100K was like unbelievable. Crazy. This was a month where we were past 40K and there were still a couple of days left. I think we hit 49K in that month. Super crazy, starting to do over 1,000 orders a month. Websites getting hella, almost 100K visits. Crazy. And this is pretty much what your phone looks like. Obviously I blurred out at the time because I was heavily running this, but the store was called Taste Stitch. Look it up in Trustpilot. There's some terrible reviews. We'll go over that as well and what not to do. And that explains the 7K in chargebacks. But it's good that I'm here so I can tell you guys what not to do. But yeah, this is pretty much what your phone will look like. Every minute you're getting a sale, and it's super it's like the most adrenaline feeling ever if it's your first time. It's almost addictive, right? It almost becomes like a little video game. And this is where people can get almost addicted to this shit. But it's a good thing to be addicted to, trust me. Yeah, so this was, the screenshot of, the sales, the finishing kind of sales. I did run a little bit wrong on this, but this was the last screenshot I kind of took, right? So 235K GBP, which is pretty much 300,000 US dollars. You can see the absolute madness of the scale, right? Starting to do 4K days right now. I could have let this run a lot further. Was just getting a headache. I just really didn't want to do a general store anymore. Literally just because there were so many products we were selling, so much crap. You can see here, this was the biggest month, 73K. Crazy month, man. 2K pretty much consistently every day, verging on 3K days. Like, that is insane. The website was getting 150,000 visits, right? That's crazy. Like, it's just crazy to think, like, just a normal dude at this time, getting 150,000 eyeballs on a store and, doing revenue of 73K. 2,000 orders being shipped out. Absolute crazy. Like, this is the thing about it, right? It just, it's all about slow and steady, and once you crack it, you properly crack it. Okay, cool. So, like I said, I'm going to give you some value. This was just to show my first ever general store and to give you some motivation. But I want to give you some value. So what I would recommend is don't source from AliExpress like everybody's telling you to do. So I was still, I still use AliExpress today, but only like, if the shipping's really good. When I was using this store at the time, deliveries were taking 30 days, deliveries getting lost, there was a lot of crap that, when you're first making money online, you don't really think about and nobody really teaches you to do because you just don't know. A lot of headaches, a lot of everything, right? So try and dropship from eBay if you can, because the shipping's super quick, 3 to 5 days if you source it from the country, or find a private supplier, if you don't want to do it that way. So private suppliers are awesome. You just need to find one that you can trust. And there's many out there. I'm not going to recommend anybody because I don't want to recommend anybody, but there's a lot, just look. But yeah, so that's really the 7K in charge that just came from like, crappy suppliers on AliExpress, stuff getting lost, and a lot of stuff like that. But if I could go back, probably wouldn't change it because I still need 49K net, which was, 50 grand in my pocket, bank account, whatever. But obviously I would have liked, 57K if I didn't get those chargebacks. But you're going to get chargebacks, people are people. It is kind of what it is, okay? Now, like I said, I can't find I can find it, but I just can't log in the account. Editor's probably going to blur all this stuff out, well, she is, because this is not my account, this is just an account that I'm managing for a client. But pretty much how I ran this store, she's doing a general store as well. She's just starting off very small, but she's getting some consistent days. She's doing about 2 to 3K per month in sales. I think she even done 4 or 5 last month, I can't remember. But this is exactly how I run my campaigns myself, okay? So what I do is I start an all products kind of test campaign, and all the products from that general store that I had all went into this campaign, and they're constantly testing, right? So everything's getting spent, everything's getting clicks, and all we want to do is take out the products that are getting 3 to 5 consistent sales that are profitable, obviously. So that means the cost per conversion is less than the product cost. So if I'm selling a product for £30, let's just say, and I'm sourcing it for £10, I've got a £20 margin, right? So if I can get this field here, the cost per conversion, below £20, you know, guess what? I'm making money of it. So if I can get it for £10 or less, you know, I'm making £10 pretty much every time I sell that product. You know, if I sell that product 10,000 times, you know, do the maths, right? So that's really what we're trying to do with an all products test campaign. And I'll show you the settings as well. Like I said, man, I don't mind, you know, showing stuff because this is literally, you know, there's no issue with showing. Okay, so I'm in the settings here, right? This is how I just pretty much set them up. Obviously, this is mostly going blurred, but I start maximize clicks. Now, if you're in the UK, I usually start with a bid of about 30 to 35 pence USD times it by 1.25 to get conversion rate. Start the budget super low, 10 or 20. Obviously, she's starting to spend more, make more money, so she's at £40 a day. Campaign priority is always on medium for me, just because when I'm doing the SPC campaigns, they're going to be on campaign high priority because they're making us more money. So I want those to be optimizing for spend. And now this is just super simple how you set this up. Maximize clicks 40, whatever. The search partners, this should be turned off. Don't know why I should set that on. Both these are turned off because we're just doing shopping campaigns here. Which is absolutely fine. Locations, obviously leave it in the country. Like I said, she's from the UK just like me, so she's just doing a, you know, obviously UK campaign. I don't recommend, you know, doing what all these dudes say for you to do on Facebook. Target all these other countries. Like I just target the UK. You can see how much money you can make just in the UK. You know, if I target USA, you know, times my 300k revenue by 5 because there's 5 times as many population. I'm not saying I would have done that, but it's just math. So that you're looking at now 1.5 million in sales, right? Because there's 5 times as many people, 5 times as many people see the ads, 5 times as many searches on all these products, usually is what I'm seeing. So, you know, if I target USA, I would have done 1.5 million, but I'm not trying to do these crazy numbers, especially not right now, you know. Like you can't have a good, like you really can't have a good life if you're doing millions and millions a month. You know, you're going to have a good, you're just not going to sleep, right? Because I really didn't sleep that much when I'm doing 70k a month, right? So yeah. Target your country. If you're from like a third world country, target, you know, USA. Always target USA if you're from like, you know, a third world country or something like that, you know. But that's absolutely fine. If you're from UK, target UK, right? Just, you know, just choose one, right? And just stick with one until you maximize out, right? And you really can't maximize out, right? You know, 70k a month is, there's nowhere, you know, I could do way more than that. So I'm not even really touching USA with my products because I believe, you know, unless I'm doing 500k a month, I'm really not maximizing it out. But yeah, dudes, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you my kind of first store. You know, 235k GBP, 300,000 USD in sales. So super exciting, man. It was the most exciting time, you know, ever, just running a store, making money from home, making money when I sleep. Like I used to wake up and there used to be like £500 in sales. It was crazy. I just couldn't believe it, like how I finally cracked it. But it's all about slow and consistency. Like you're going to fail a bunch of times. You can see here I started it and I kind of stopped a little bit because I was struggling, you know, working stuff out. But you can see here, you know, the scale is just unbelievable. You know, when you're spending 100,000 GBP, like folk look at you and be like, you know, what the hell? Like I don't have 100,000. You don't need the money. Trust me. You put the money back in when you're making the sales. But yeah, dude, I just wanted to show you, you know, my first ever proper general store with Google Ads. The mistakes, the good stuff. And everything else about it. And honestly, man, like the sky's the limit, trust me. So if you have any questions regarding the store, drop them in the comments below. As always, I'll get back to you within the first hour. I'm always active. Please like it, you know, subscribe if you want to subscribe. If you didn't like it, dislike it for sure. Let me know why you didn't like it. But yeah, with these videos, I always try and show you everything, you know, everything that I can. You know, I'm being really honest with what my sales are, what my revenue is, what my net is. I try and show you absolutely everything. And I feel like that's, you know, there needs to be a change in the e-commerce game because everybody's just talking about sales. Nobody's telling about your net. Nobody's telling you about the struggles, like the chargebacks, the refunds, you know, nobody's talking about all this kind of stuff. So yeah, dudes, I'll see you in the next video and I hope you have a good day. Peace out. Hey guys, also what I did want to say real quick is, you know, we're coming to the end of the month. You know, I'm going to have 3 spots for the one-to-one mentorship with me. If you want it, you know, please apply in the link below. It's a one-to-one, so it's not a course, it's not anything like this. It's one-to-one help with me. Book a call. We'll jump on the phone together, and we'll see if you're a good fit. If you are a good fit, you know, I'll make you an offer, and you can start getting results just like me. If you're not a good fit, you know, I'll let you know, but you'll get a valuable conversation. So yeah, guys, in the link below, click the link, answer the questions, and I'll see you on the call.